Welcome back, Qualcast Nation. Listen, we got a very snappy, quick solo cast here, and I wanted to talk to you about why we produced this new book, Prevention Over Prescription, Taking Control of Your Health Through Nutrition, Movement, and Community. New endeavor, coming out soon. The links will be in the show notes, or go to drkwadwo.ca/books. You'll be able to do the pre-order, which will also include the 28-day reboot. But I wanted you to hear my why. Why did I create this book? And it's simple. I got onto this gig when it came to research, when it came to looking at ways at how do we improve the healthcare system. A lot of it was focused on active treatment. How do we make you get better when you're in acute care hospital, when you're in the ICU? What treatments are going to be effective, and how can we, in fact, reduce the spending in terms of giving you cost-effective ways that we could create a more lasting and sustainable healthcare system? And during the pandemic, my eyes opened up. My eyes opened up because we saw too many people land in ICU and die that had metabolic syndrome. That was a primary driver of getting sick and dying of COVID during that time. And metabolic syndrome being obesity, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, dyslipidemia, or high cholesterol. And in the traditional system, we don't learn about reversing these things. We learn about treating them. And early in podcasting life, we had these conversations with these influencers, biohacktics, whatever you want to call them, that was teaching me that you can indeed reverse type 2 diabetes. You can indeed reverse some of these chronic conditions, and in fact, reverse metabolic syndrome. And so this was huge. It was like, if we focus on prevention and learn these things and, in fact, reverse some of these conditions, not only are you reducing your risk of landing in ICU, but you're reducing your risk of heart attacks, strokes, infections, cancer, infertility, mental health conditions we're seeing tied to metabolic disease. And so this, to me, was a clear sign that we need to focus on prevention. We need to teach ways on how people can get healthy. And in fact, even from the cost perspective, I often give this number when I give talks: $53,000 per COVID admission that landed in ICU. And if we put even a dent in that, that's one patient. Put even a dent into preventative side, think about how many lives could be saved, not only from the COVID, but from other conditions. And so this is my new mission, folks. And the book distills it all. To me, it was like, what is the 80-20 of getting people healthy? Most effective ways that we talk about to get people healthy so they avoid seeing someone like myself in ICU. You get inundated with all this crap on IG and all your social media. Got to do carnivore, got to do keto, got to do veganism. You can only eat between 2 and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, even if you're traveling. Like, it's relentless, the amount of information you get inundated with, and it's tough to know what's what. And so after years of interviewing folks, after doing my own research, we got it into 5 key pillars: finding your purpose, nutrition, movement, stress management, and connecting with others. Like, these principles are the key driver in the book, and we distill them into what's going to be most impactful. What's going to be most impactful for you, instead of you trying to figure out all the handle all 10 different advices that you might hear throughout the book. I just want you to pick on 1 or 2 things, 1 and 2 levers. It might be increasing your protein intake, it might be increasing your step count, it might be pushing that weight, which you need to be doing, push that weight. But it's got to be something, because I'll tell you, the system ain't working. The system ain't working for the preventative health side. And yes, if you come in the hospital and you have a heart attack, you have an infection, we will treat you and you will get the best care possible. But you don't want to get to that state. I'm telling you, I see it on a daily basis. What can we do to prevent you from landing and getting sick in the intensive care unit or any acute care setting? This is what this book's all about. And what I'm proud of it, what I'm most proud of is it's that I think if you choose one or two of these things, it's going to go a long way. Like first, we talk about purpose, and I never. This was an additional chapter I put in as a result of talking to Ben Azadi, and it really came to mind from a personal experience I had when I was close to burnout, when I was mid pandemic, just took on this department head job, and we were getting inundated with these admissions that were COVID positive. We were staff for swabbing COVID positive. It was the Omicron wave. And I was getting buried online for my stance on schools, personal attacks, all this. And I was done. And I was eating poorly. I was not sleeping. I did not feel like exercising. I don't even know if gyms were open, to be honest. But it was reconnecting with my purpose that pushed me through. And I think if you a lot of you guys can relate. If you're not aligned with what drives you, what makes you happy, what makes you feel fulfilled, all this shit falls apart. So that is, one of the most important parts of getting your life together. And then, as many of us talked about, when it comes to nutrition, we talk about protein intake. When it comes to movement, walking, resistance training. When it comes to stress management, most important part is sleep. So talking about how we can improve on our sleep. And then lastly, how we connect with others, how we stack that with exercise or any other thing, or in terms of killing two birds with one stone. So, folks, I think you're going to really enjoy this book, and I'm really proud of this. It's years of doing this, jumping on podcasts and doing our research, and I think you guys will really enjoy this. And I just have so many people to thank for the opportunity, including Samantha from Lucky Book Publishing, Nikki, my family, that have given the time, my men, Sarahs, all the Sarahs. Love you guys for all the dedication and the work you've allowed me to get this project launched. And would love to hear your feedback, folks. If you feel the book has impacted you, or you feel like it's can help others, please reach out, quadcast99@gmail.com, because we want to get the word out. If you even feel like you want to gift it to somebody that maybe can't afford it, we'll find a way. So what we're all about is impact. And I don't know if this book's going to save the world. I know it's not going to save the world, but it's something. And I'm feeling more and more we have to have a bit of urgency within the healthcare system for change. I know I'm getting sick of the slow moving pieces that, like we've been talking about how our healthcare system's in crisis since the pandemic was near the tail end, and I can't look at a tangible thing that has changed, but we put, like we talk about in our first book, our values is we create the change, and this is a small step, and hopefully it will help some, and hopefully many, take control of their health and take control of their lives. So thank you for listening. Go to the website, drkwadwo.ca, and you'll get everything, including our new coaching program, one-on-one coaching. I think you guys will love this stuff. But you guys have been awesome. Can't wait to connect again real soon. Peace.